Are parts rattling around inside your flooring stapler? Does it fire but the piston doesn't drive the staple? If so, you might need a new piston stem. The piston stem attaches the driver to the piston. It also connects to the poppet, which guides the piston stem. The most common issues with the piston stem are failure of the aluminum around the pin that secures the driver, and failure of the threads that attach the piston stem to the piston. Replacing the piston stem is a repair that you can do yourself, and I'm going to show you how. I'll begin by removing the bumper on the top of the stapler. I just pry it away from the gun using a screwdriver. Now I'll remove the 4 screws that secure the top cap to the rest of the stapler. And I can remove the top cap. Now I'll remove the base from the stapler. It's held in place with 4 screws. Now I can remove the base from the stapler and the magazine and nose piece. Now I can remove the internal components from the gun. I'll start with the actuator. The actuator is actually attached to the poppet, and nothing will come out of the gun until you remove this part. To remove it, I'll use a small screwdriver in one of the vent holes. And this is just to hold it in place so it doesn't rotate as I turn the screws. With it locked, now I can turn the screws and remove them. Now I can pull the internal components out of the body. I'll pull the actuator from the top of the gun, and then I'll grab the driver and pull all the other pieces out the bottom. There's a seal that goes between the actuator and the poppet that tends to stay inside the gun when you remove everything else. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that now using a screwdriver. I'll insert the screwdriver through the top of the housing and push the seal out through the bottom. Now I'll disassemble the driver stem, and poppet assembly. It's easiest to do this by clamping it in a vise. It doesn't need to be really tight, just enough force so it won't rotate. And now I'll use a wrench on the top to remove the cap. And now I can pull the poppet away from the piston stem. The next step is to remove the piston from the piston stem. To do that, I'll remove the assembly from the vise and turn it over. And this time I'm going to clamp the piston on the piston skirts. And again, this doesn't need to be really tight, just enough to keep it from rotating while I unscrew the piston stem. Now I can use a wrench to unscrew the piston stem. Now I'll remove the driver from the piston stem. The driver is secured with a single steel pin, and typically you can just simply push this pin out. If there's damage to the piston stem, you might need to use a punch and drive the pin out. But in this case, I'll just use a small screwdriver and push it away. Now I can install the new piston stem. I'll slide the driver into the piston stem, line up the 2 holes, and secure the 2 pieces with the pin. The hole's a little tighter on the new piston stem, so I'll use a hammer to gently drive the pin in place. I want to be careful not to damage the aluminum threads, so I will use a punch to finish installing the pin. When installed completely, the pin should be below the bottoms of the threads on both sides, so that the steel pin doesn't rub against the piston when we reinstall this assembly. Now I'll reinstall the piston stem and driver assembly back into the piston. This just threads in place. And I'll tighten this down pretty firmly. I'll remove the assembly from the vise and turn it over. I'll reinstall the poppet and secure it with the cap. Now I can reinstall the internal pieces of the gun. I'll slide the driver and piston assembly into the bottom of the gun. Now I'll reattach the actuator to the driver assembly. I'll install the seal and line it up with the screw holes. Now I'll install the actuator, again lining up the screw holes. And secure the actuator with the screws. Now I'll reinstall the top cap and secure it with the screws. The screws should have blue Loctite reapplied to them. I'll install all the screws loosely and then tighten them all down so everything aligns well. I'll tighten everything up. Now reinstall the bumper. The easiest way to do this is to set the bumper upside down on a table and then press the gun onto it. Now I can install the nose piece and magazine assembly back onto the gun. The driver is T-shaped and will only fit the nose piece one way. The T portion of the driver needs to fit into the front of the nose piece. So I'm going to rotate the driver around so it's at the front of the gun. And now these two will line up during assembly. Now I can slide the base over the nose piece and magazine assembly and secure all of this with the 4 screws. Each screw should have some blue Loctite applied to it for assembly. I'll leave the screws loose until the end. This will help with alignment. The 2 blind screws through the base. These could be a little more tricky. And I'll completely tighten all 4 screws.